So you found the perfect home online and you're so excited to go see it, and you walk in and it's love at first sight. You love all the bright open spaces, and you walk into the kitchen and you can just totally see yourself making dinner here at this beautiful kitchen island, or staring out the windows while you peel carrots because you know you're not going to do the dishes. That's what other people in the house are for. Or you see your friends coming over and enjoying themselves at the dining room, and then your realtor explains to you that this house not only has back-to-back showings all day long, it already has 2 offers, they're expecting 3 others, and there are probably about 6 more showings behind you. So as you gaze longingly at the fireplace and picture yourself sitting down in front of it in the cold winter nights with your hot cocoa, you wonder what it is you're going to do. So I'm going to talk today about multiple offers and how to navigate this market. So it is really quite crazy out there right now. I want the scenario that I just talked to you about is not uncommon. Actually, I had it twice last week where we had multiple offer situations, and that can be really, really frustrating for buyers. So you want to talk with your agent about different strategies that you can use to help put yourself forward and give the best foot forward. So the first thing I'm going to say is that be emotionally prepared. I have said this before recently. Be emotionally prepared to not get the house. Keep your mind open. Realize that everything happens for a reason and a purpose, so that's okay. Don't worry about it too terribly much, right? But there are ways that we can work around things. So the first thing is understand that not very many prices are negotiable right now. So you want to be prepared to go over asking price, but stay true to yourself. Do not go outside of your budget. Do not pay more than you think that the house is worth or that you are willing to pay for. Do know that you are protected by the appraisal contingency of the contract, that you are not forced contractually to pay more for the house than it appraises for. There is a tool that you can use, and you can talk with your agent about this. It's called an escalation clause. So what an escalation clause is, it puts in your original bid, and then it bids for you, kind of like eBay. Like when you put in your max bid on eBay and it just keeps going up in increments until you reach your maximum bid. That's what an escalation clause does. So you go in at your original bid and you go up in a number of increments up until your max number. So that if there are multiple offers that are going over asking price or up to asking price or whatever the case may be, you know that if yours is the highest, if a bid beats you, you will beat it by X amount of dollars, but you won't exceed your maximum comfort level. So that bids for you. So an escalation clause is a very good thing to use. And let's say you don't get the house. Well, you know what? That could be okay. Also talk to your agent about going into what's called backup position. So have your agent talk with a listing agent and see if they would accept a backup offer at X amount of dollars, whatever you think that this is fair. That way you can kind of negotiate verbally back in price, and then you can get in second position. So you fill out a new contract, a new sales agreement, but there's an addendum attached to it that says this is a backup offer. So you don't have to actually do anything until you come into first position. So that kind of is a placeholder. It puts you there in place that should have something happen with the offer that's in right now. Let's say they decide that the inspections aren't satisfactory, or the appraisal didn't come back and they can't come to agreement, then you can use it that way. So there are definitely ways to get around that, and that puts you in that secondary position. But while you are in that secondary position, you can continue to shop. You are not, bound to having to wait until that property closes to keep shopping. So you can continue to shop, and then if you find something else that you like and you win that bid, you can always withdraw your backup offer. So that is a really good way to kind of hold that placeholder for you until something happens, because quite honestly, I am seeing that quite a bit, that I think there's a little bit of buyer's remorse going out there sometimes. We get in that frenzy and we get in that bidding war, get in that frenzy, and sometimes I think we see them falling through. So there are options, people. There are ways around things, and my third idea is to perhaps write a personal note to the seller explaining to them what you love about their house, how you picture yourself living there over the next so many years. Put a little personal spin on it, because a lot of the sellers are looking at the dollar amount, but they're not looking at the person behind it. I've seen some of my buyers are being outbid by cash offers when they really need that house. So maybe that letter would do a little bit of a nudge to the seller to say, hey, this is a real person behind this piece of paper. Please consider me. I will love your house. This is why I like it. This is why it suits me. This is my favorite part about it. I plan on doing this with the kitchen, or putting something down in the basement that would be fun. So there are ways to navigate this market. I promise there are ways to navigate this market. So if you need help, please give White Diamond a call. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Ask the Broker. I am Melissa Hornbeck with White Diamond, and I hope you are enjoying your summer. Take care. Bye-bye.